welcome back to the Spiritual Shepherd YouTube channel. In this short video, I'm going to give you an analogy that you must listen to. You must listen to it. Okay, so I've done a lot of different studying on monks and yogis and sages and other different types of things like this. And ultimately, there is something that martial artists and people who use chi work and breath work and meditation all cultivate also that can be understood and overstood in the Western civilized, arena, I guess you could say, is bamboo. So I'm going to explain exactly what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to give you guys a visualization and an analogy that will really, really help you guys. So let's get into it. Resilience is like bamboo. It is tough in many aspects, including your growth, including expansion, and its resilience by nature, to nature, and for nature. So that means that your resilience, that it's allowing you to create to itself. So it's building your resilience, your strength to nature, by nature, and for nature. It's making you strong for itself. So, and also by itself, and also to itself. So it's making you, less prone to any sickness. It's actually making you more resilient, more emotionally resilient, and levels of aspects: mentally resilient, emotionally resilient, physically resilient, spiritually resilient. Now, I want you guys to understand this aspect of bamboo. Okay, this is going to be a very short video. Now, the aspect of bamboo is it takes 5 years. 5 years. Let me just keep saying it. 5 years for it to pierce the ground just to sprout up. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. If you are watering your life, you are the bamboo tree, okay? This is the analogy. This is the parable, I guess you could say. As you are watering yourself, if you say, man, I'm not taking off, I'm not growing yet, I'm not growing yet, I'm not growing yet. What the hell is happening? What's going on? Why do I feel like I'm not growing? Why do I feel like I'm not in the abundance that I should be? Why am I not in the physical fitness that I should be? Why am I not in the mentality and the spirituality that I should be? The emotionality? Why is my partner feeling like I'm emotionally distant? Or is it, I've been working on my emotional needs, my sociology. I've been working on my psychology. Why do I feel like da 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 da? Okay, you can whatever, fill in the blank. You are the bamboo tree. You are the bamboo tree. As you are watering the bamboo tree, it takes 5 years to water it before it pierces the ground. Now, if say you're watering it and you've watered it for 3 years. Now, if you stop watering it at 3 years, it still hasn't pierced the ground yet, but you have less time. You actually still have less time. Okay, you have less time to water it for it to pierce the ground than you did before. And one big thing about this bamboo tree, here's the kicker. Here's the big twist kicker right here, guys. It is the fastest growing tree to exist. It is the fastest growing tree. It is the strongest growing tree to exist. So it is emotionally resilient. I remember, I'll get into a story time after this, after I explain this whole bamboo thing. Ultimately, as you are building and watering your bamboo tree, you might think like, oh, nothing's happening. I've been building my audience. I've been building, attention. I've been building my visualization. I've been building my businesses. I've been building my teams. I've been building my agencies. I've been building, my multiple streams of income. I've been building my mentality and my emotionality. I've been building so much. I've been building. All right. So if you've been watering your plant, if you've been watering your tree yourself, he is like a tree, she is like a tree. This is biblical. So as you pour and you keep watering positive emotion, you've been putting good stuff into it. Okay? It's only a matter of time that if you continuously keep putting good into it, you're going to get great. You're going to get excellent. You're going to get ginormous. You're going to get abundant. You're going to get, progression. Not always perfection, but progression, okay? Now, one thing I want to talk about, guys, is because it takes 5 years for it to grow, it's the fastest growing tree. It's the strongest growing tree. It is very lightweight, Okay, and once it pierces the ground, it takes off. It skyrockets. It skyrockets. Like I'm trying to give you guys like that positive emotional feel that it just skyrockets. All right, and then it expands. It's like a weed where it's just like one bamboo tree and then just like 50,000 bamboo trees. See, and one thing is like Chinese bamboo was actually used and built and cultivated to build tall buildings, to build all these buildings because they can stand on it like ladders, but it would literally it would keep you strong. And you can also pull the lining out and you can make bows. You can make any type of thing, like you can make baskets and all these different things. This is exactly how we learned how to live way back when. See, people will take all these aspects, all these analogies, and all these emotions from these old places because they're so programmed to this matrix that is using your energy for its programs. It's using your energy for its outcomes rather than you understanding and you seeing how did your generational line get you here? How did your why did your generational line get you here? How? Why? When? Where? Why are you here? When did you decide to come here? Why did you decide to come here for this specific time, space, time, place? Why? Because your family came at that time. Why did you choose to come here as a spiritual being? Okay? As a spiritual being, why did you choose to, build here? All right. So one big thing too about this, guys, is I'm going to conclude this. This is going to be a short one, under 10 minutes. So think about bamboo. So you keep watering it. So say you've watered it for 3 years and it's taken 2 years for you to, or you have 2 years left for it to pierce the ground. But once it pierces the foundation of what you set it on, it's strong. It grows sporadically. It grows amazingly. All this type of stuff. It grows fast. It grows strong. It grows resilient. Okay, so just keep watering it. Keep going to the gym even when you don't feel like you see success. Keep building your businesses. Keep building your multiple streams of income. Keep cultivating yourself and just realize how fast you are going to take off. Just literally realize how fast you are going to take off. Okay, and this is a motivation, but also a discipline. Stay disciplined. Even when you don't see success, remember why you started. Even when you feel like you don't see success, remember why you started. Remember how angry you were. Remember how angry you were. I'm going to put this thing up. Okay. And ultimately this is really like, you have to cross the courage threshold. But to cross the courage threshold, to transmute all these different energies, these lower density, lower vibrational, contracting energies, these negative energies, you have to first get angry, which is the highest part of this negative type of energy. And then by you getting angry, that is going to start transmuting into courage. You're going to do something about your anger. You're going to do something about your rage. You're going to do something about this type of stuff. Now, 2 little story times. One will be a minute each. So there was this, I've been into real estate with my family and other different types of things. So I literally, I own a 20% in 5 houses or whatever, and each of them have their own cash flow aspect to it. And so when I was a kid, I changed all these different types of things with my family. And one of these houses had bamboo behind them. And I remember how hard and difficult it was, especially at my age then, where I almost had no strength and I was like building myself. Now I could, I would love that. That would be really, really cool. So, but this bamboo tree grew specifically so much. It was very strong. It was very deep rooted. It was very like tough, especially with the ground being like very, very firm. It had a really good foundation and groundation to just spread, to grow its strength, to grow really tall. I remember it grew like 3 times taller than the fence, and the fence was generally higher than most fences and all these different types of things. And so that is the aspect of the bamboo tree. Now, next, same with if you keep watering. So say like, I remember I was living at my family's years back. Okay, here's another story time. And I kept watering all these different types of things. Oh man, I'm doing this. Why am I not seeing any success? Okay. It took me only a year to get here right now. So you have to understand that it's going to take some time and everything's going to exponentially grow from the year before, specifically if you continuously focus on growth. So this growth aspect of yourself, is you transforming yourself. So if you don't have a car, it's teaching you why you shouldn't have a car. It's teaching you also why you're doing specific things. If you feel like you're not seeing growth, it's teaching you these aspects are used when you don't need a car, or why you don't need growth, or not growth, but why you aren't seeing growth. These are the aspects you have to learn, mentality and emotionality, before you could see the physical aspect of growth. You have to see the mental and the emotional and the spiritual aspects of the growth in this type of stuff. You have to learn these lessons. You have to learn these cultivations. You have to build these types of things. So that is really the biggest cultivator and aspect of the bamboo tree. You have to see yourself as a tree. Keep watering yourself. Why would you stop 3 years in when you have less time to finish watering your tree and then it's going to just take off? Then give up at 3. Here's a picture. The person mining the gold and then the person who's gave up. Why would you get there? Why would you be at that point where you're like, I'm going to stop cultivating, so then there's no diamonds, there's no gold, there's no cultivation of this. Why would you stop right when you're about to get it? Same with the bamboo tree. Why would you stop watering it 3 years in, 3.5 years in, when it pierces the ground at 5 years, but then it takes off and it just skyrockets? Automation, edification. So you're completely edified. You're completely automated. You completely are taking off. You are literally like, the programs are building yourself. Your success, your audience, your knowledge, and everything is building itself. Okay. So now to conclude this, guys, that's exactly how you need to start seeing yourself, as he and she is like a tree. You need to start cultivating yourself and building yourself in these aspects where you are building your bamboo tree. Keep watering it, and then just one day it's going to take off and you don't need to water it anymore. Or you can allow, even when the rains, when people try to rain on your parade, you're like, oh, thank you. This is exactly the rain that I needed, because I'm a seed and you just planted me. I'm a seed, and when you tried to bury me, you actually planted me. Okay? I'm a seed, and when you tried to bury me, you planted me, and then you tried to rain on my parade, and you just watered me, and I turned into a lotus flower, and I literally lived abundant amongst muddy waters. All right? That's exactly the analogies that we have. Peace. I love each and every one of you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me. If you guys want personal client coaching, go into that. Go into the link below. It's like client one-on-one coaching. We can do like a discovery call and all these different types of things. I do private coaching for you guys. I do have this course coming. It's dropping Black Friday, so I hope you guys are very, very in tune with that. I care about each and every one of you guys. I know that you guys have the mindsets to grow, to build yourself, to build your multiple streams of income, to read better, to really build your lives. Surround yourself with winners, and realize that you have, specific types of personalities that will build and cultivate your winner mindset. And that winner mindset you must cultivate with those personalities. So is that getting up early? Is that doing your chores? Is that, keeping yourself organized? Is that studying? All those different things. So peace, love each and every one of you guys. Namaste.